Rishwari. Today's session we are going to discuss about the case analysis on the leverages. For MBA students, they have a case method. In that question paper, you can observe these type of the case methods on the leverages. That is, let's come into the illustration method. A firm sells variable cost and the fixed cost amount to 75 lakhs rupees, 42 lakhs rupees, 6 lakhs rupees respectively. It has borrowed 45 lakhs at 9% and its equity capital totals 55 lakhs rupees. Means the total investment value is 1 crore. Here they are given some questions. The first question is, what is the firm's return on investment? The second situation, does it have the favorable financial leverage? And the third level, if the firm belongs to an industry whose assets turnover is 3, does it have high or low asset leverage? And the fourth one, what are the operating, financial and combined leverages? And next one, if the sales drop to 50 lakhs rupees, what will be new EBIT, earning before interest and tax? And next one, what level will be the EBIT of earnings before tax of the firm equals to 0? These are the cases we are going to determine. The first level is, we need to determine the return on investment. Here, for determining the return of investment, the formula is earnings before interest and tax divided by investment. How we can determine earnings before interest and tax? This is already we determined in operating leverages. The formula is sales minus variable cost, that equal to contribution, minus fixed cost, that is the profits. Earnings before interest and tax, that equal to 75 lakhs is the sales value, 42 lakhs as the variable cost, 6 lakhs as the fixed cost, that equal to 25 lakhs as the contributor. Earnings before interest and tax. Okay, let's implement in that formula. EBT 27 lakhs divided by investment value. So what is the investment, total investment value here? 45 lakhs as the borrowed capital, 55 lakhs as the owned capital, means the equity capital. 45 lakhs plus 55 lakhs as the 1 crore. That equal to 75 lakhs divided by 1 crore. The value is the total value is 27%. 27 lakhs divided by 1 crore, that equal to 27%. This is the first situation. And what is the second situation? Does it have the favorable financial leverage? So here we need to determine the debt value, interest value. So how much of the debt capital is there? 45 lakhs. So for that 45 lakhs, we need to pay the rate of interest 9%. That is 0.9. The value is 4 lakhs 5,000 rupees. Here the ROI is greater than interest paid on the borrowed capital. So that's why yes, the firm has a favorable financial leverage. So this is the second situation. And coming to the third one, asset turnover here. If the firm belongs to an industry whose asset turnover is 3, does it have high or low asset leverage? So here they have asset turnover is 3. So let's come to the determine the asset turnover ratio. So what is the formula for asset turnover ratio? Sales minus total assets. So what is the sales value here? 75 lakhs. And assets, total assets are 1 crore. The value is 0.75%. Here the industry asset turnover is 3. Here we are determining 0.75. So this is the lowest value. So this is the lowest asset turnover when I have to compare the industry assets turnover. And coming to the, this is the lower than the industry leverage. And coming to the fourth one. So what is the fourth one? What are the operating, financial and combined leverages? So what is the formula for operating leverage? Contribution divided by earnings before interest and tax. How we can determine the contribution? Sales minus variable cost. Sales is the 75 lakhs minus 42 lakhs as the variable cost. That equal divided by earnings before interest and tax is 27 lakhs. The value is 1.22. So this is the operating leverage. And coming to the financial leverage, earnings before interest and tax divided by earnings before interest and tax minus interest. Here the EBIT is, we already determined here, 27 lakhs divided by EBT, earnings before interest and tax 27 lakhs minus interest 4 lakhs 5,000. How we can determine the 4 lakhs 5,000? The value is, here the debt capital is 45 lakhs into 9%. So that is the 4 lakhs 5,000. And coming to the combined leverage, sales minus variable cost divided by earnings before interest and tax minus interest. That is contribution 33 lakhs divided by 22 lakhs 95,000. So here 27 lakhs minus 4 lakhs 5,000. The value will be 22 lakhs 95,000. The value is 1.44. So fourth one also we fulfilled. And coming to the fifth one, if the sales drop to 50 lakhs, what will the new EBIT? If the sales volume has to decrease 50 lakhs, what will be the earnings before interest and tax? And coming to the fifth situation, okay, here the sales volume has to decline the 50 lakhs. Sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost. So here we need to determine the variable cost, how much of the changes are there. Because if the sales is going to increase, the variable cost also will be increased, because it will be depending on the volume of that sales. So that's why variable cost will be varied. If it has to decrease, variable cost also will be decreased. If it has to increase, variable cost also will be increased. So that's why we need to determine the variable cost value. So how we can determine the variable cost value? 75 lakhs is the base value. So if the sales equal to 100% and variable cost equal to how much? So that is 42 lakhs as the variable cost divided by 75 lakhs as the sales. That equal to 0.56. So 0.56 as the percentage in the sales. So that's why the proportionate of the variable cost in the sales, that is 0.56. Okay, so 50 lakhs into 0.56. So this is the value for determining the variable cost. Okay, the value is 28 lakhs. 50 lakhs into 0.56 equal to 28 lakhs. And sales value is here the new sales. New sales has been declining to, it has to decline, sales has to decline into 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs minus variable cost 28 lakhs minus 6 lakhs. This is the fixed cost value. It will be always constant, even though if it is increasing or decreasing or whatever it may be, always the value will be constant. The fixed cost will be constant. That equal to 16 lakhs. So when the sales value has to declining up to 50 lakhs, the value is earnings before interest and tax is 16 lakhs. And coming to the last situation, what level will the earnings before tax of the firm equal to 0? Here they have to equal earnings before tax equal to 0. Means here we need to implement break-even point. Means we should determine break-even sales. So some formulas we need to implement here, that is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Before going to determine the earnings break-even sales, need to determine fixed cost divided by PV ratio. The formula for PV ratio is, that is contribution divided by sales. What's the contribution here? 75 lakhs minus 42 lakhs. That equal to 33 contribution. 33 lakhs divided by 75 lakhs. That is the sales. That equal to 44%. Here the PV ratio is 44%. 0.44. So break-even sales formula is fixed cost plus interest divided by PV ratio. Fixed cost 6 lakhs, interest 4 lakhs 5,000 and PV ratio 0.44. Here the break-even sales are 22 lakhs 84,091. So this is the safe value. In case if the value is going to increase, this is the marginal value, means they are in the safe zone. In case it has to decrease, they are in the loss zone. So this is the way to determine the case analysis. Most of the situations for MBA students, you can identify the case analysis. It is having 20 marks. It is a compulsory. So that's why this is the method to determine case analysis. You need to analyze through information. You have to elaborate the problem. So thank you.